We got the phone call from Fulcrum and we're proud to say we can put the plates onto their PX Mark III Ranger. Now, this is a brand new car, but we're gonna upgrade the bash plates to give it the maximum protections as we can. This fit-up video runs for each Mark, which is Mark 1, Mark 2. It's all the same set of bash plates fits them all. Okay, so we're gonna run through, pulling them off, getting rid of this tin stuff that's on here, showing you the difference what our plates do and how much more it protects and everything like that. We've got Cameron here who's gonna try and fold them. Do you reckon you can fold them?
I don't reckon I can fold them, they're pretty good.
So, but we're gonna have extra coverage, extra extension. We'll show you how to take these off and put the new ones on, nice and simple. You can do it at home. Start taking them off, bro, come on. Okay, cool. So you look pretty good. What the hell are you down here, right? Where'd you come from? We got the stock plates and we got the Custom Offroad plates next to each other.
Some plate looks a lot bigger.
Well, that's because that one goes over the diff. Their one doesn't. It goes next to the diff. So we've got the full protection, protecting your diff. We've got plates that do diff drops as well. Yep. So if you've got a 1-inch diff drop or a 2-inch diff drop, we've got plates to suit that. You can also see with the extension how much longer our plates go. And then we don't go just as wide just because the front wheels flick up a lot of garbage underneath onto this trans plate where your DPF sits.
Yep.
So you don't want a lot of garbage building up around the DPF just in case when it burns the grass off. Oops. We've seen a few videos of that go on. So that's what they're two like, and so we'll get into preparing the plates, rip off the plastic and put the plates on the car. So with the start of the install, what I like to do is just take off the film of where the trans plate is over the bolt holes, like that. But I keep the film on everywhere else, stops the fingerprints and all that, and you can clean up and it looks a lot fresh later, so we'll try and get this off. Okay, we got that off, all right. Next thing, we've gone from the stock bolts, which are a 15mm head, where we supply new bolts, which got a 16mm head on them. So swap this one over. You can hold that.
Got it.
Okay. All right. We need 2 bolts, I've only got 1.
I'll get the other one.
Where's the other one? It's over here. So we've got a nice shiny new bolt. So what we do, bolt, spring washer, washer. Make them up, get into it.
Bolt, spring washer, washer.
Yes, what's that?
Oh.
That didn't quite work. Now we've got our bolts, and now we've got our patent design nut plate. Right? Well, it's not patent design, it's just a nut welded plate. But we've got our nut plate, and the reason why this comes in the packet, it's wrapped with the transmission plate, is to slide up inside the cross member to go up in here to give you a thread hole. So that's going to spin and lock in there when you tighten up with a rattle gun. So it'll give us 1, 2, 3 threads to work with instead of just the 2 they had before. Look at that. Okay, I just like to use the middle one. So normally when I'm doing this, I'm actually doing this on a ramp, lying on my back with my knee holding the plate up in the air. So it is possible to do it by yourself. All right, that's now tight, it's all good. That's fine. So now we can put the smaller plate on. We need more bolts. Where are the bolts?
Sorry,
We do supply bolts, we just don't know where they are.
One right here.
Tighten them up. Okay, so since this is a Mark III, it has a welded thread in the chassis up for the 3rd hole for your sump and your transmission plate, but the earlier models don't. So again, the patent, non-painted nut plate that we have, you can slide it inside of the cross member, and once again, it does a turn and lock, tighten it up, and gives you the extra thread with the extra strength of bolts or holding the plates on. Now we're going to take the film off first. So when I'm doing this by myself, what I like to do is get 1 bolt ready there. We'll get this corner in, and what you do is get on the angle, and as you twist, you hold this plate up, and in just a couple of turns, we can pull that out and put it in.
Slide it round. All
Yep.
right. So just put it on the angle like this.
Yep.
Slide onto the bolt.
Bring it around.
Bring it out and hold that plate.
Yep. I'll just drop that bolt, but we've got another one here.
Yep.
Bring it around. And we've got to find that hole. So now the sump plate's secure. Next bolt in, have them loose, and let's get the front plate on. All right, so final step, let's slot the her in. push it up. Now, because this bull bar does not have threaded holes, oh, hang on, there we go. We have to put a nut up inside here, so you got to hold it, Cameron. Don't get tired. Woo. And you watch, I'm going to drop this nut about 1,000 times. So last but not least, as Cameron's getting rid of the film, we go through, tighten up all the bolts because we don't want to tighten them all at the start, just so we can maneuver the plates in place. But now all the bolts are in there. It's just a matter of get the rattle gun and finish her off.
Tip of the day, we use the 12-volt.
Rattle gun is?
Yeah, that's what I want. Tip of the day, we use the 12-volt rattle gun. It tightens it just enough without stripping the bolts.
There's nothing worse than you strip the bolts, I tell you that. Go with these and just tighten up with a socket set and you're good to go. There we have it. Installation of the, that's my head. The installation of the 3-piece bash plate for the Ford Ranger PX Mark 123 series. Now, as you can see, wide on the diff, extended all the way through, back underneath your transfer case. With a lot of help without any rubbish getting collected or anything up there. Now, if you have a diff drop, we do have other plates that do come down further with a bigger fold because the diff will come down, like if you get a 1-inch or 2-inch diff drop, we do have other plates you can select on the website. So, but we only do those in the 4mm, the diff drop plates, because I thought, well, if you don't do a diff drop, you're going pretty wild with the car. So those ones, they're pretty hardcore heavy, but you're looking at around 30 kilos all up for this 3-piece kit, which is great for general four-wheel drive, and that's what you want when you go out. You've got that peace of mind to know that if anything happens, then your radiator, your vital components, everything is protected.